Man, Enqi be crying his butt off, man. Yeah. I had to argue with him just now because I'm starting part 2 over here. Enqi, you got to stop this stuff, brother. It's a part
Enqi want to control it.
Yeah, that's what it is. He want control.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, you can talk until you get on, man. What do you think about what's going on?
Man, I'm excited to see the debate. That's what I'm excited for.
I don't even think it's going to be a debate, and I'm going to tell you why. I know these brothers. Enqi ain't going to charge much, but Ankh is going to try to charge an arm and a leg to do the debate, where he going to want more than me and more than everybody else. I know Ankh. So therefore, he know I'm going to say, brother, I ain't doing no damn debate. I'm the damn promoter, man. You know? I know these brothers, man. I know them.
Man, that's disappointing because that would be a good debate.
Why you
know what I'm saying?
Why you think I ain't have a debate with Ankh yet? You know, I'm gonna be so damn greedy where he gonna want the majority of I want 50%. Like, get out of here. What I gotta give Enqi? I gotta give
they got it. This is a you can use that video to try to get him to compromise because he made that challenge, right? And he wants to clear up all of what Enqi have to say. If he really want to do that debate, he'll compromise.
Yeah, Ankh ain't gonna compromise. You know why? Because he ain't gonna want to do the debate. See, if you don't want to do the debate, you ain't gonna compromise. So Ankh is
talking. Yeah, Ankh, damn, Ankh. I hope Ankh ain't capping, man.
We're gonna find out. I'm gonna show you. We're gonna see.
Because Ankh is over here doing a lot of on his channel. Ankh on his channel he's doing shows on Enqi. So I mean, to pass up an opportunity to actually finally do that debate, I hope he don't do that to the people, man. And Ankh, if you can hear me, man, give the people what they want. You still can get paid, right? Let's compromise.
I think it's going to be a tug of war, honestly, because there's certain things that both of them do not know concerning this topic. And I'm seeing, even when I mentioned Pangenesis in the first place on that show that I did over here, I see, now we're going to grab this and battle with it and all that stuff. So it's going to be an interesting tug of war. They asked Enqi, what was Lamarck's theory. He didn't say his theory, which is the theory of inheritance, which, if you put it together well, will lead to natural selection. But because he didn't even know
are you rolling with Enqi? Are you rolling with Enqi with the
no, because he clearly also showed he doesn't know the information either. I already know Ankh's level on the information is okay. He believes in divergent evolution, which is easily debunked. But because it's not the one that they use much anymore, they're trying to go back to water monkeys and stuff like that, Australopithecus, and we know Bigfoot never existed. But when it comes to, like I said, Enqi's theory of debunking this, you got to know your side too, man. And when they say, what's LeBlanc's theory? You're supposed to be like, that's the theory of inheritance. I'm in my truck. I don't have no books with me.
Can I ask you a question, brother? Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Because I wish you was here when we were having the discussion. You could have gave a much broader view of the evolution and built with us a little bit more.
He was in the chat. He was in there.
Oh, he was.
Just didn't get a chance.
Yeah,
okay. Okay. So, what do you think about when he says that he doesn't believe that Darwin is the father of evolution, and he think it should be Wallace?
Well, he's not the first with the theory.
Yeah.
Darwin is not the first with the theory, and like our brother Chilembe mentioned, he it's the same generation, but it's not, because you had an older gentleman help a younger one in Charles Darwin to start to bring the theory out. So when he's sitting with what is it, Buffon, either Buffon or Lamarck, I can't remember. When he's sitting with him, this is a guy who's already put his theory of inheritance out. That's why I say the theory of inheritance can easily be chained to the theory of natural selection, because it requires sexual intercourse with people that you want to have sex with in order to bring about different attributes in human beings. So these are the small idiosyncrasies that I'm not hearing from either side. And maybe they can say, I'm just waiting for the debate. Good. That's why I want to see the debate. I want to see what they have and see what they divulge so we can really know who knows what on the topic.
He was also talking about social Darwinism as well, and he was trying to correlate Darwin with social Darwinism, even though we know Darwinism, Darwin had nothing to do with that ideology, but he was trying to use the argument that just because he created these body of facts and somebody used them for racist intents, he has some responsibility, and I disagree with that. What are your thoughts on that?
I thought that Charles Darwin was a bit of a racist early on. Eventually he changes his views. Just like E.A. Wallace eventually changes his views. But remember, E.A. Wallace is funded by a racist committee who runs the church at the time and wants to know where the archaeological evidence is for the Bible. Now, with Darwin, you have something similar where he's being funded and he's looking for something to attach men to apes and say that the black man is the lower functioning version of the ape and we're the more advanced version of the ape, which is how the theory goes in its early status. It doesn't start to
Can you?
change until later when Darwin has conversations with black folk and they best them, or you get stuff like Thomas Jefferson and what's my
Well, I
man
got a question because I'm looking for that
Benjamin
information right
Banneker.
there. Can you tell me where I can find that information where Darwin actually, puts the African on the lower tier of evolution with the
Look,
apes?
look in some of the new was it Eugenics? Can't remember if it's the Eugenics book, or if you look up interviews, type in this, you'll find all of it. Put Darwin's racist statements concerning blacks, and it'll pop up for you. You'll start to
Okay.
see some of them, and then later you'll see him change his mind concerning. So
Okay. Well,
it's pretty easy to find. Yeah,
it
they're
sounds like
not
to me that
ignorant.
his racist ideology is what created his ignorant bias until he actually got into the science, and then he changed that ideology
I
when he actually looked at the
I don't know if
science. Is
it was
that what
the
you think it
science.
was?
I don't think it was so much the science, so much as the discussions he had with different black people, where you can see that your intelligence is not as high as theirs. When you start to meet people who are smarter than you start to put down the idea that you're the smartest person in the world when somebody bests your theory. In fact, I'm surprised no one's mentioned the black dude who was a part of the evolution theory early on. No one's even spoken his name,
This
but
is why
they
we
give
need you here,
Darwin a
brother.
whole lot of credit. Huh?
This is why we need
Oh
you
yeah.
here, so you can add to the build. You know what I'm saying? You're important to this. Um, so what's the brother's name that had the theory? Do you know the brother's
Uh,
name?
I gotta pull it up because I'm in my truck, as you can see. I'm working. But
Yeah, yeah,
hold
yeah.
on. I got my second phone. Let me pull up my second phone. Let's see.
Good evening, everyone. How are you?
Imhotep, brother
Peace.
Jose, what's going down?
Let me let me jump in here, and if Enqi comes back on, so I'm gonna ask him this question: what pairs are he writing to, and which pairs review his books?
You got to get closer to your phone, family.
Ask him what pairs are he writing to, and which pairs have reviewed his books, and see the answer to that question. Did you hear me?
Yeah, you got to ask him. You ask him.
Well, he's not in here, so.
Well, you got to
Yeah,
ask him when he come in.
I don't think he's coming back.
I don't think
I
he's
don't
coming
believe
back either.
Inky's. Yeah, I don't think Inky's coming back. Inky's done.
He's fed up. That's what happened. He's fed up.
Yeah,
He's fed up of
Inky
of
actually
mediocrity.
thinks that you have an actual vendetta against him, Sa. He thinks that you target him. He he thinks that you just are willing to sabotage his videos. Those are his thoughts.
No, I'm not. I just see what it is, I just go with the information that I know is real shit. That's all it is. If Jabari was speaking the shit that Enqi was speaking, I would be doing this to Jabari. Trust me.
Facts. And I've seen you do it.
I do this to Ankh too, man. Ankh can tell you. I do this to the goddamn Shaka.
You done it to me. You done it to me.
There you go. I won't tell you, man. So I've been here for a minute. He been here for years. Can't tell you. That's just how I do with everybody. And I like to pump up pump it up, stir it up, turn it up. That's all. Enqi just soft now. He got soft when he went to Detroit.
Enqi doesn't think.
I think it was John Edmonstone.
John Edmonstone.
John Edmonstone. And then you'll also hear John Edmonstone and Professor Coleman, if I'm not mistaken, speaks on it too. Back in the day, John Edmonstone though was teaching slaves concerning the situation, and he's early in the teaching. So I'm surprised nobody brings these teachers up or anything like that. They're going straight with the Darwin theory, and Darwin's theory has been dealt with a bit, and so now you need the newer version of evolution to make it whole. But when I spoke on convergent evolution, they didn't know. They was like, "Oh,"
which was a great presentation. I actually watched that. That was a great presentation. It was awesome. I learned a lot. Yes, I did. That's interesting. Did you try to call Enqi? I'm sorry.
Well,
Enqi, everybody hear you. Everybody hear you. We waiting on you to come in, brother.
What you mean everybody hears me?
Yeah, I got you on.
Oh, you mean the call?
Yeah, I got the call plugged in. Everybody hear you, man. They think you scared to come back in, man.
Would you knock it off? The only person promoting them goofy narratives is you, brother, because you didn't want Jabari to get exposed, so you wanted to allow
if
Jabari
you could beat Jabari fair and square, hold on.
Look at you. How can I beat Jabari fair and square with you as the moderator? That don't even exist.
Let me tell you what you be doing. That's not true. Let me tell you what you be doing. You
clearly do not know how to keep it real with Jabari's concern.
Listen, Enqi.
All watching.
Enqi, watch this. I'm gonna tell you this, and you're gonna understand. The only way I jump in is when you don't allow people to talk. Do y'all notice that?
Stop it.
When Jabari talk, hold on, man. Like you're doing right now.
No.
When Jabari talk, you don't like the Jabari to finish the point. It's like you stop him.
I don't like to be lied on. Jabari is a liar, bro. We just and then you can tell him, brother. We just caught Jabari in a lie, clear as day on the video.
Hit the link and say that, man. Come on.
He said Ankh did not say that. Ankh didn't say he published his work in 1830, and then I put the video on, and it clearly shows Ankh saying he published his work in 1830 because he was trying to beat Wallace. So he specifically wanted to put his work out before Wallace. So
didn't Jabari show a source that it came out in 1830? Jabari showed the source that it came out in 1830, though.
Okay, great. Now, who's this brother speaking, Sir?
That's Seven Asar.
Okay, great. So now Seven Asar has also doubled down with saying Charles Darwin's work came out in 1830. Is that correct?
All I'm saying is, what I'm telling you is that Jabari showed a source that said it came out in 1830. That's all I'm saying, Enqi.
Hold on.
Which is a fact.
I'm asking sa.neter a question. I click in the link. Now, if I click in the link, you heard what Asar said. Asar said that Jabari just provided.
No, he asked. It was a question that he asked.
Oh my goodness!
It was. He said, "Didn't Jabari do that?" He asking you a question.
No, he's not. He's making an emphatic statement.
Okay. Okay.
Originally, I asked a question, and then I confirmed what I asked, which was he did show the source that
Okay. So yeah, he did say it. All right.
Okay. So he showed the source that now that is banana. So now when I come in, right, I'm getting ready to play this video. When I come in, and we're going to listen to Ankh explain that Darwin came out with his material in 1830, and that Wallace came out with his material in 1850, and that Darwin specifically came out with his material first by 20 years because he wanted to beat Wallace and he wanted to get his information out there before Wallace. And we're also going to listen to Ankh say that Wallace and Darwin did not co-author the very first paper on evolution and natural selection. Now, when we review this material and we see that Ankh doesn't know what he's talking about, I want you to admit to the people, Sa, that Jabari doesn't know what he's talking about. Now, can we man up?
Yes, let's go.
Okay,
I think you muted, Sa. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll see. Hopefully, these two will get into the ring, man, and we'll see the debate between Ankh and Enqi on this subject, because I think that all this information that we getting, some of it is getting convoluted, some of it is some people aren't getting across their point of view, and it's just a back and forth that needs to be settled in the ring. And what's this? Crawford and
Canelo.
what's your boy? And Canelo, yeah. This Crawford and Canelo right here.
It might end up Crawford and Errol Spence, depending on who come with that information. You dig? I tell you, here's the thing, right? So Edmund Stone taught Darwin in 1825 taxonomy with birds. Okay. Y'all check me because I'm in my truck and I could only pull up the name. I can't remember. Charles Darwin was like 16 years old in 1825. So if he wrote his book in 1835, he's probably like 25 years old at the time, somewhere around there. So Edmonston, who was one of the brothers who was a captive or a slave, former slave, was teaching him taxonomy and what have you, and really probably sparked the information that he had later to push forth with the evolution idea, along with Lamarck. So these are the things that we need to just we need to look at it. We really need to break it down. It's going to be interesting to see who brings the information when it comes to getting busy concerning. These are the things that haven't been said, haven't really come out, and I'm hoping, like I said, when I see a debate, if I pay money, I want to hear that type of stuff. I want you to give me from the grain. Don't give me no jibber jabber or what you think. Give me the good stuff that I'm not going to see in the book. And Jabari,
what do you think about Enqi's presentation, man? Because
it just was funny.
It was a bunch of trolling. It wasn't scholarship. Yeah. It was a bunch of trolling, and
yeah,
it really didn't give off what he was trying to give off.
It wasn't a presentation, really. It just was that. It was making fun of small points that are meaningful, but that, that wasn't going to win the day of, concerning the argument, because what is the argument, Brother Enqi? What is your argument with, what is your debate title again? Okay,
but before we do anything, I got to give some context here now. Now, are we going to the videotape or what we doing?
Go ahead.
What is the name of your debate?
I don't understand the relevance of your question right now. I tuned in and the last thing I heard was something that sounded crazy. So I don't want to give any validity to your question until I understand the context of what you were saying.
So let me break it down. Are you saying that Edmonston didn't teach Charles Darwin taxonomy? That was the last thing I said.
You're asking me if I'm saying that?
You just said the last thing I said was crazy. That was the last thing I said.
You said the last thing I heard you say was something won't win the day. So that's what I don't understand. That's the last thing you said.
So trolling won't win the day. You know that. But when it comes to
so let me stop you right there.
Okay.
Because see what y'all are doing, and this is what happens when your heroes fall in front of you.
I'll get my hero.
Hold on. It creates, listen. It creates a traumatic experience. No, listen, it creates a traumatic experience.
Not for me, baby.
And what happens is, listen, our brain has to find a way out of what we just saw. So we're looking for. So what I have to do, because I understand that I'm dealing with people that are intellectually dishonest. So what I have to do is have video so that I can constantly refer back and make sure that someone's not able to say, I didn't say that. Or wait, I already knew that. Like, no, you didn't, because I have the video of you asking me to teach it to you. So you clearly didn't know that. And so when we have this running narrative that Enqi is wrong, simply because I have not provided a scientific article that refutes Darwin's concepts. What I'm saying, and I'm hanging Jabari by his own petard. Yeah. We're hanging Jabari by his own petard because Jabari came in with his normal smug and arrogant comments. And what he said was, AI and Google is only for beginner level research. So what I am establishing very clearly is that I'm dealing with beginners, and that is the reason why I'm using beginner level tools. So if we're talking about a theory and you do not know the author of the theory, nor do you know when the theory was published, would you agree that that is a beginner?
Absolutely.
Okay. Sa.neter, would you agree that that is a beginner?
Absolutely.
Hold on. I got your agreement. Now let's see how honest and fair Sa.neter is going to. Sa.neter, if a person doesn't know the authors or the material or when the material was published, would that be a beginner or an expert?
That would be a beginner.
Now
to the topic.
Asar 7. If a person does not know the authors of the material or when the material is published, would that be beginner or expert level?
It would definitely be beginner's level.
Okay, so now we can totally knock out this whole conversation that Jabari and Ankh is hiding behind, that Enqi hasn't pulled out a scientific article to validate what I'm saying.
But Enqi, here's my thing, right? Because by your own words, you hung yourself, because he asked you what Lamarck's theory was, which is the theory of inheritance, and you didn't mention it. You got quiet.
No,
Then he said he didn't have one.
Wait.
Hold up. Because you said that, but by your own words, when I'm listening, right? And you know I'm a nerd. So I'm like, okay, let's get busy. Let's see what they talking about. And you got quiet. I'm expecting you to say the theory of inheritance. You should know this, Ankh. You didn't know he had a theory because he questioned having a theory. He told you he didn't have a theory, and you nodded and agreed with him, but he does have a theory. It's the theory of inheritance. So by your own logic, you are also a beginner. And this is why I say, you want me to pay $35 for you? That's fine. I need to make sure Y'all bring some solid information to the table. And this is why when I just brought up the brother Edmonston, who taught Charles Darwin, who is a black man, which none of y'all mentioned on the blackest show on YouTube, I get a little irritated, my brother.
Hold on, sir, because you sounded good right there.
It's the truth.
You listen, no.
Well, there was one thing you was mistaken on.
I'm talking to the
brother. There was one thing.
Asar, you could come in just a second. I gotta respond to the brother. Y'all got to relax. See, this is what I'm saying, Sa. You gotta get a better control over this 20v1. You know what I'm saying?
I'm on your side. I'm on your side, Enqi, on this one, because there's one thing he got wrong about you, and I just want to correct it because I want to be a witness to it. Okay.
All right, but
because you did say that he did have a theory. So you did say he had a theory. You just did not say inheritance, but you did say he had a theory. You did say that.
Wait, hold on. If we watch the whole video, I absolutely explained it to him because I told him IAC. And I repeated the IAC to him over and over. And I explained to him that the IAC was the reason that I was trying to take him up the tree, up the family tree of the theory of evolution. And I was explaining to him that Darwin inherited over 100 years of research on IAC. So maybe you, sir, are not familiar with IAC, but IAC is actually the name of the research that began. And, you know, Lamarck is the face of, but all of that was inherited by Charles Darwin. So this is what I'm trying to get you and your mans to understand. I absolutely spoke on this in a variety of these conversations. I do understand that we did 4 hours on side channel on the first day, then 7 hours on my channel, then 3 hours on side channel, then 7 hours on Ankh channel. So I get that it's, you know, it's maybe hard to keep up with 25. You know, it's going on 25 hours of this conversation, literally right now.
This is why we need a debate.
So
this is why we need a debate.
By the way, the debate is set in stone. We already did that in the middle of the street.
It seems to me it may be up in the air.
No, but if it is up in the air, it ain't from my end. I made it clear that we could set the date while we on the live stream, just so that things like that would not begin to float around. But for the people at home, all y'all have to do is look up the IAC, and you'll see that this is exactly what I was explaining to Ankh over and over and over again. The IAC is short for Inherited Acquired Characteristics. Inherited Acquired Characteristics, and Lamarck is the face of that. So you sounded good, you was cooking, but it was misappropriated. Now, let me go to this video.
But what's the name of his theory?
Brother, what
you asked me what the theory was, not a portion of it. IAC is good. Now I'm glad you mentioned that. But what is the name of his theory for the people, my brother?
Yo, stop. I told you this on the phone.
Well, you can't mess with Asar Enqi. That brother is sharp as the sharpest knife you can tell. That brother sharp.
Listen, all of this is baloney and side quest. This is what happens over here. You get distracted from the main thing, and every time you debunk something, we move the goalpost. So first, I didn't mention acquired characteristics. Now that I mentioned acquired characteristics, now we moving the goalpost to something. Well, what was the name of the other part of it? Okay, you said that. Well, what's the name? Like what? How long does that continue before we get to do what I'm supposed to do here? Because when I name that thing, he's going to say, well, wait a minute. What book did he publish it in? Hold up. What was the name of the store that carried it? What kind of shoes did he have on while he wrote it? Like, what are we doing right now?
I ain't even against you. I'm excited to see the discussion.
Let's go to the video.
What's the name of the theory?
Let's go to the video so we can clear up this work on Jabari. That's what I told Sa I was coming in here to do. And we're getting distracted as usual. Now, for the record, Asar Enqi, since you are trying to display your intellectual prowess, now we got Asar on the record saying that he agrees that Charles Darwin published his material in 1830.
No, we don't. That's a lie.
Okay, hold on. Let me just ask you, yes or no, do you agree that Darwin published his material in 1830?
I don't know. Remember, I just told you Edmonston.
Okay, hold
taught
on.
him at 16
We're
in
not talking about Edmonston, sir.
1825.
Sir,
No.
we're not
Listen,
talking about Edmonston. I'm asking you a clear
if
question.
Edmonston
No.
taught him at 16, which was in 1825, and he was only 25 years old after that.
You see this, sir?
Sure, that 1830 would be a good date.
Sir, I don't hear you cooking up these
So
narratives.
no,
Listen,
don't have Storm
if
on record saying it was 1830. Enqi's making that up.
I was running. Oh, look at Side ducking out. See, if I was running from these questions like these guys, he'd be creating narratives and oh yeah, Enqi, we see it's the toughest environment. Then he'd be playing the part in the background. It's the toughest environment. The toughest environment. He'd be, like, I don't see that same energy. Now, Asar, I'm asking you a very clear question, brother. Now you can use.
This is the toughest environment to be in, and we're busting pinatas.
Now, exactly. Now you can have 3 answers, brother. The
There
answer
you go.
is yes. Here's your multiple choice. Yes, no, or I don't know. Did Charles Darwin release his material in 1830? Yes, no, or I don't know.
I do not know again, and I said that initially.
All right.
Not to lie.
Let's go to the video. Let's go to the video. Sir, hit the share button, please, sir. Any day now, sir. Just go ahead and hit the share button. Somebody send him a pigeon or a kite or something
on the phone. Yeah, he want to share video. He's saying he got me saying 1830s when he released his book.
No. I didn't say you. No, 7 Asar.
Oh, okay.
So y'all both Asar. My bad.
Yeah, you mixing us up, family.
Okay, let me clear that up. When I called in, 7 Asar said Jabari provided a source proving that it was 1830 when Darwin released his material. So that's what I trust.
And I trust Jabari when he shows the source. I trust Jabari.
Okay, now we're going to go through this material and we're going to show Ankh saying that he released his material in 1830 because he learned about Wallace's material and he wanted to get his material out before Wallace. And Wallace came with his material in 1850. And so in order to beat Wallace in 1850, Darwin got his stuff out there in 1830. And so there's no way that the original paper was published by Wallace and Darwin together. And what I'm saying is when we watch this video, we're going to debunk all of those things. We're going to.
When you say original paper, what do you mean original paper?
I mean,
I just want some clarity.
Listen, I mean the very first paper published by Darwin. Are you asking me a question? You want me to answer it or you want to cut in?
No, go ahead. My bad.
The very first paper published by Charles Darwin on the theory of evolution by natural selection was co-authored by him and Alfred Wallace. So we're going to debunk right here very quickly in a matter of 10-15 minutes. A, did Darwin release his material in 1830? B, did Wallace release his material in 1850? C, was Darwin in competition with Wallace to release his material first? D, did Darwin and Wallace collaborate on the material? E, did this paper that Darwin and Wallace co-authored serve as the foundation for Darwin's book, Origin of Species? We're going to address all those things very nicely right here. And after we do that, Sa is going to say that Jabari didn't know what he was talking about. Now, Sa, let's get the video rolling, brother.
And please let me respond afterwards.
This is madness. Sa, you want me here or what? Sa, what you doing, man? There we go. Now let's watch this video. Is Wallace.
Wallace also talked. Remember, he had a theory too. Remember, he didn't. But Darwin, you got it's called the Wallace line. So you know who Wallace was. He also had, but Wallace put a little spooky in his thing. That's what messed him up. But yeah, he was doing Charles Darwin time, and he too had an idea around evolution, yo. And that's why Darwin, 26 years later, said, hold on, man. Once he heard about Wallace, he needed to produce his work because he wanted to get his work out first. So we know who Alfred Wallace was, yo. Go ahead.
Okay. We only 30 seconds into the video and we already have the first major blunder. The first lie or misconception, however you want to do it. Unc just said that Darwin got hold of Wallace's material and he wanted to get his material out there first. 26 years. Let me rewind that so y'all can catch that. Is Wallace.
Wallace also taught. Remember, he had a theory too. Remember, he didn't. But Darwin, you got it's called the Wallace line. So you know who Wallace was. He also had, but Wallace put a little spooky in his thing. That's what messed him up. But yeah, he was doing Charles Darwin time, and he too had an idea around evolution, yo. And that's why Darwin, 26 years later, said, hold on, man. Once he heard about Wallace, he needed to produce his work because he wanted to get his work out first. So we know who Alfred Wallace was, yo. Go ahead. Suppose I didn't know who Alfred Wallace was. Then what?
Hold on. Wait, you wrong, huh?
That is Alfred Wallace, the Wallace line. What you mean?
Hold on. Let me explain how you're wrong. Listen.
Oh man, come on, man.
Darwin, I'm just explaining to you. Darwin didn't get his work out first.
Yes, he did.
Let me just explain it to you, and then you can research it and check. You know what I'm saying? I know this is your home field, but I'm just trying to. So I just got to pause it so that we can see, as I'm trying to help Unc and guide Unc, he is doubling down and tripling down on this concept that Darwin released his work first. Darwin was the first one to publish his material. I'm trying to share with you. Listen,
he published
Wallace didn't get his work out. I mean, I'm trying to share with you. Listen,
he published
Wallace. You know what I'm saying? I know this is your home field, but I'm just trying to. Let me just explain it to you, and then you can research it and check. You know what I'm saying? I know this is your home field, but I'm just trying to share with you. Listen,
he published
Wallace didn't get his work out. I mean, Darwin didn't get his work out first. In fact, Wallace got his work to Darwin first. Wallace shared his work with Darwin, and then Darwin read Wallace's material and said, we need to release this. Well, not Wallace. I mean, not Darwin, but Darwin's two friends. I forgot their name, Hook or something else. Anyway, they were not, and then got his saying, I know this.
Yes, he's
explaining to you. I want y'all to hear Unc clearly say he published it first, because he said it low on the mic and he thought I didn't hear him because I was speaking at the same time. So he said it again. So just in case we have any misconceptions, I want y'all to hear him say published and over. I just want y'all to clearly hear that. Right. Darwin didn't get his work out first.
Yes, he did.
Let me just explain it to you, and then you can research it and check. You know what I'm saying? I know this is your home field, but I'm just trying to share with it to you, and then you can research it and check. You know what I'm saying? You hear that? He's about to lean into the mic right now and say he published it first. Pay attention. I know this is your home field.
Yes, he did.
Let me just explain it to you, and then you can research it and check. You know what I'm saying? I know this is your home field, but I'm just trying to share with you. Listen,
he published
Wallace didn't get his home field, but I'm just. Let me just explain it to you, and then you can research it and check. You know what I'm saying? I know this is your home field, but I'm just trying to share with you. Listen,
he published
Wallace didn't get his work out. I mean, okay. So before I continue, Asar, both Asars, people who are watching, do y'all clearly hear him saying published?
I heard it. I heard it.
Okay, great. So I wanted to make sure that we heard him say published so that we all on the same page. Let me just explain it to you, and then you can research it and check. You know what I'm saying? I know this is your home field, but I'm just trying to share with you. Listen,
he published
Wallace didn't get his work out. I mean, Darwin didn't get his work out first. In fact, Wallace got his work to Darwin first. Wallace shared his work with Darwin, and then Darwin read Wallace's material and said, we need to release this. Well, not Wallace. I mean, not Darwin, but Darwin's two friends. I forgot their name, Hook or something else. Anyway, they came to Darwin and said, you and Wallace need to release y'all work together. So they co-authored the work that you and Jabari believe is original.
Go get a source, yo.
Yo, listen, let me tell you what I be doing. Listen.
Oh, y'all go get a source, yo.
Hold on. Listen.
Doing this, bro. Where the hell is everybody else at around this motherfucker too? Everybody's kid hit the damn link.
Listen, they want to. Okay, now This is why I'm saying there's no reason for me to have a scientific article because I have to start at the beginning with these guys. He doesn't know who the authors of the paper are, and he doesn't know when the paper was published. Now, also, I want to highlight right here when Sa be creating his narratives. I just want to, bust Sa in the middle of his narrative. This video was done on Unkh's page and Unkh's platform. Ankh is literally asking his chat room, where is everybody? And if they're scared to join the conversation, because although they will talk and call me names in the chat, none of them wanted to click the link and come in. So let's rewind and listen to Ankh asking why his chat that talks so greasy about me was scared to come in and hit the link. Let's just rewind so we can hear that before we keep going. So let me tell you what I'll be doing. Listen.
Oh, y'all go get it. So hold on. Listen on this, bro. Where the hell is everybody else at around this motherfucker too? Everybody's kid hit the damn link. This, bro. Where the hell is everybody else at around this motherfucker too? Everybody's kid hit the damn link. On this, bro. Where the hell is everybody else at around this motherfucker too? Everybody's kid hit the damn link.
Listen, they want to watch. Everybody got their popcorn. This is,
why you overwhelming that? Come on, bro. That's not. Listen,
I'm telling you, Wallace and Darwin partnered up, brother. I'm trying to tell you, the one didn't release before the other. They released together. I'm trying to explain to you this. So now that we agree or disagree on Wallace, you say what you said, I said what I said. It's already on the video, right? So that's that. But here's the thing. Now you have to answer the question of when you say Darwin was the father. Okay, now he has a co-parent, right? So now Darwin has now he has another is a co-parent now. You know what I'm saying? So now we got Adam and Steve. You know what I'm saying? We got Darwin and Wallace. We got Charles and Alfred. You know what I'm saying? So those are contemporaries. Those are contemporaries, right? So how does Lamarck fit into the conversation? If Darwin is the father and Wallace is his contemporary, how does Lamarck fit into the conversation?
Man, first of all, it don't fit in none of the shit you saying because you done mixed up everything else. You done mixed up.
All right, listen to what I'm saying.
Explain that because I'm still waiting on that source. This is what I'm not going to do.
Listen.
No, I'm not going to listen. No.
All right, I'm not going to ask you a question. I'm going to just make a statement.
No, go get the source, though. On your computer. Go ahead.
You want me to pull it up on my computer?
Yeah, pull it up, bro. Show us the source that says, right?
Wallace and Darwin released their material together?
No, they did. No, Darwin actually had his thing together in 1830. Wallace, had the same principles in 1850, yo. So, so Darwin shit was definitely first, bro. I'm gonna tell you that right now, yo. So they independently though. The thing about them two is they No, I'm saying we know this is what we talk about. That's independent. What are you talking about, bro?
Did they release the material together? Matter of fact, just keep scrolling to the bottom. You'll see it because I know what you're reading. Just keep scrolling to the bottom.
What are you talking about? Did you want me to do this? Listen, hold on. First of all, this is a scientific literature channel, yo, and we reserve the right to look at anything we want to. It's not a bad thing.
Look it up.
Problem is, you don't look it up. What I'm telling you is, I don't have to look up Wallace. I explained to you what Wallace was. I explained to you the whole thing how they was contemporaries. Okay, but they did not publish their work together, bro. Darwin published his work first. Darwin published his work, Darwin Ben had his thing together. They knew about it since 1830, and Wallace was 1850. And when Darwin realized, right, that this man had the same type of thing, he published his works. Okay, but they did not publish their work together, bro. Darwin published his work first. The whole thing how they was contemporaries. Okay, but they did not publish their work together, bro. Darwin published his work first. Darwin was contemporaries. Okay, but they did not publish their work together, bro. Darwin published his work first. Darwin published his work Darwin Ben had his thing together. They knew about it since 1830, and Wallace was 1850. And when Darwin realized, right, that this man had the same type of thing, he wanted to get his work out there first. Darwin wanted to get his work out there first. I don't gotta read that. I know that, man.
All right, that's cool. Now again, Ankh is doubling down and tripling down on this concept of his that Darwin got his work out there first and that they did not publish this material together. So again, we're going to let sa.neter, after this video finishes, we're going to have sa.neter announce that Jabari didn't know what he was talking about, but we still have video to cover. We still have information to cover. I'll concede to that. If that's, I'll concede to that.
No, you got to concede to it because that's what it is. We can't keep going down the wrong. You just
right anything. You see you reading it right there, right?
No, I'm in the chat, bro.
All right, look, let me ask you this.
Now, you know what I'm gonna do for you now? For now, I'm gonna type in everything you say. Since that's what I'm doing, let me start doing that.
All right, but look, let me just ask you. Look, hold on. because Lamarck was not Darwin's contemporary. So Lamarck's work came first. Have you looked up Lamarck's theory of evolution?
Can I ask you a question?
No,
I'm asking you a question. Did you look up Lamarck's theory of evolution?
Let's look it up together. What do you say it is? Let's look it up together. I ain't thinking he had a theory. Let's look it up together.
What, Wallace and Darwin?
Have a theory of evolution, but I don't think he had a theory of evolution.
Who, Lamarck?
Yeah,
absolutely. Put in Lamarck's theory.
All right, now I'm looking it up for the ladies. Let me see. He didn't have before I look up anything, I already know he didn't have a theory, a scientific theory.
Oh man, I got something so deep.
So what are you saying though? Go ahead.
I'm just saying, if Charles Darwin was influenced, inspired, or borrowed some ideas. Now I'm gonna let this keep playing, but I just want to make sure that we got that clip of the video to respond to Asar M. Khan's earlier statement when he asked me about Lamarck's theory, and I'm explaining to Ankh that there's a theory, and Ankh is telling me that Lamarck didn't have no scientific theories. So again, I just want to put this on the record, how incorrect all of this material is that Ankh is saying. And remember, we cannot forget that Jabari said that Ankh is the most thorough researcher on this topic. He said that Ankh is more qualified than he is, and he doubled down today to say that he supports Ankh's thorough information. So we got to make sure we keep all that on Front Street. Mark, how could Charles Darwin be the father?
Yo, Enqi.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
I don't really want to mess up what you got going on. I just wanted to speak my piece and get out the way. But if it's going to mess up what you going on, then I'll just come back another time. But so first of all,
come back another time.
All right, bet. Appreciate it.
Hey, Enqi.
Or yes.
Enqi, come on, Enqi. Remember now, I'm the one. This is Neil, man. I'm the one that told you the other day about. Remember I said why it ain't called Wallaceism?
Bro, you still gotta relax to the end of the video. We gotta
but I got something for you that changes the whole dynamics when I get a chance.
No, I don't want no dynamics changing. You gotta relax. You're not helping me. You're helping the people that don't know any of this. Hold on to that. Put that in your back pocket.
I got it.
Yeah, this is what these guys do. This is the intellectual dishonesty I'm talking about.
Okay.
These guys don't know any of this information. So when you mention it, they go back and microwave it and then try to pretend like they know it.
Okay.
So all we got to do right now, since Jabari said that Ankh is absolutely thorough and correct on all of his research, we just have to watch all of these blunders that Ankh has made and then attribute them to Jabari and have sa.neter stand on it, or say that Jabari didn't know what he was talking about. We're going to make Sa keep his word. Or, borrowed some ideas from Lamarck. How could Charles Darwin be the father? Yeah.
Because he's the father.
No. That ain't what your screen say.
No. Do you know why? Hold on. Do you know why a person's the father, yo?
Who?
Do you know why he would be the father over those three, though?
Why would he be the father?
Because he identified the mechanism, yo, and I ain't even got to look that up.
Yo, Ankh.
You didn't know that, though?
Don't be
strong. That's why somebody the father or something, yo?
Don't be strong and wrong.
I don't got to be strong and wrong. Yo, I'm right on that. So you got to, come on, bro.
First of all, look, remember, he tag team with Wallace on natural selection, right? Now, I'm trying to get you to take you up the family tree because you think that Charles Darwin is the first one. I'm trying to take you up the family tree.
With a comprehensive theory defining the robust mechanisms, yo.
You want to go up the family tree past Lamarck?
I know that. I don't got to worry about Lamarck and none of them.
Okay.
Like seriously, like I don't got like you're gonna mess it up, not me.
I'm gonna mess it up. You said Charles Darwin came up with it, and he was really borrowing somebody else's swag. Like
he was not, bro.
He was stealing the drip.
No, he wasn't. So all right. So what you want to look up? We're gonna look this up. We want to look up. Did Charles Darwin borrow Lamarck?
Be nice. Type in was Charles Darwin influenced. Listen. Type in was Charles Darwin influenced by Lamarck.
Nah, man, he didn't have a robust sign. I know already, bro. I know he did not have. Because
you want me to look it up on my computer?
No, you probably got a pseudo computer. You got all kinds of.
I got a pseudo Google. I got the Google is pseudo on my computer. Yo.
So listen, Lamarck. Hold on, Lamarck, Darwin. Who we got? Lamarck, Darwin, and Wallace.
Oh yeah. And
you're saying that you're trying to do a family tree thing, and you want to know why he's a father.
No. I'm saying you said Darwin invented. You said Darwin was the father.
Yeah, he's the father. The word father don't mean invented. For the record.
Father means the creator.
No, it doesn't. No.
Oh, yes, it is. I am the creator of my children. I am definitely the father.
Yeah, you got that wrong. That's the science. We're not talking your kids.
Well, wait a minute. So hold on. Literally, I'm giving you an entendre of an example because literally the whole entire theory of Darwin's evolution is about passing on genetic information. So I'm giving you something that's a metaphor, but that's also related. I'm telling you I'm the father of my children, just like you're saying Darwin's the father of the concept of evolution. And I'm telling you that the concept is way older than Darwin. Darwin's grandfather, Darwin's grandfather passed down the books to Darwin.
Raspy, you talking about Raspy?
Yeah, something like that. Erasmus.
Yep.
Right. So how you say it? See, that's why you over there clicking on the buttons right now.
I'm not, bro. I'm not. I don't got to click on no daggone button. And then if I am, what's wrong with it? I don't gotta sneak it. Over this channel, we don't. This is not the kind of channel where you can't look up shit. Okay. It's not. What's up to them basic killer fish? How you doing, bro?
I'm good. What's up, everybody?
Over here having fun with Enqi making up shit.
I had some questions because I was a little confused by what Enqi trying to say. I was confused, so I need help.
What you saying, Enqi?
Come on in with your polite trolling. Come on, he's trying to be nice about his trolling. Come on in and troll. I know I'm behind enemy line.
I troll. When I troll, I tell the truth. I just come out and say it. I'm not a troll. I let it be known clear. So let's get back to Lamarck. What are you saying Lamarck's theory of evolution was?
I'm not.
You're not what?
I'm not saying his theory of evolution was anything. I didn't say his theory of evolution was anything.
So did he have a theory of evolution?
Absolutely.
And what was it?
Hold on. Look, hit the share screen. Let's do one thing at a time. Hit the share screen, Unc.
Put the chart up there for you. Oh, you talking about for you?
Yeah, hit the share screen for me.
Oh, this is gonna be the soul. Hold on. You capture that. Oh, you doing it? Hey, what is that?
I just did a Google search. That's all. I just did a Google search.
Nah, that ain't real. That ain't publishing nothing together. What are you doing? What?
Well, I just did a Google search. I thought you said that Google. Wait a minute. I thought you said, hold up. I thought you said Google was acceptable. Now because Google disagree with you, it's not acceptable.
Man, they didn't publish no theory together. That's crazy, bro. I ain't never heard that. I read the pseudo. They didn't, yo.
Again, I just want to put this reminder here. Okay, I never heard. He said I never heard that they published a paper together. So this means he is not aware of the original paper on the subject. He doesn't know what that is or who wrote it. Just for the people that's confused about what we're looking at. Google search. I thought you said that Google. Wait a minute. I thought you said, hold up. I thought you said Google was acceptable. Now because Google disagree with you, it's not acceptable.
Man, they didn't publish no theory together. That's crazy, bro. I ain't never heard that. I read the pseudo. They didn't, yo. Come on, man. You got to stop.
Yo, you crazy. I promise you. Listen.
You see this man just did. Yo, hold on. Let me read it. Charles Darwin and Alpha Wallace co-authored the theory of evolution by natural selection, publishing their ideas together in 1858. Wallace sent Darwin an essay. Okay, I know that part. Dealing with, hold on. Let me see. Of evolution.
Listen.
You see this man just did.
Sir, I want you to make sure you warm that apology up for me. I want you to warm it up. So just call Jabari maybe ahead of time. Be like, Jabari, I'm going to have to disagree with you on here. Enqi done proved that Ankh did not know what he was talking about. And since you co-signed everything Ankh was saying, by proxy, you don't know what you're talking about. I just want to make sure that we all on the same page as this is being done. I don't want to hear nothing different after this is all done. Ankh has never, ever heard of the original paper on Charles Darwin's theory of evolution.
That's crazy, bro.
Now because Google disagree. Wait a minute.
What are you doing?
That's all. I just did a Google search.
Nah, that ain't real. That ain't publishing nothing together. What are you doing? What?
Well, I just did a Google search. I thought you said that Google. Wait a minute. I thought you said, hold up. I thought you said Google was acceptable. Now because Google disagree with you, it's not acceptable.
Man, they didn't publish no theory together. That's crazy, bro. I ain't never heard that. I read the pseudo. They didn't, yo. Come on, man. You got to stop.
Yo, you crazy. I promise you. Listen.
You see this man just did. Yo, hold on. Let me read it. Charles Darwin and Alpha Wallace co-authored the theory of evolution by natural selection, publishing their ideas together in 1858. Wallace sent Darwin an essay. Okay, I know that part. Dealing with, hold on. Let me see. Dealing with his theory, which confirmed Darwin's own.
Okay, publishing in 1858, which is very far away from 1830. So let's not gloss over that.
Let me read it. Charles Darwin and Alfred Wallace co-authored the theory of evolution by natural selection, publishing their ideas together in 1858. Wallace sent Darwin an essay. Okay, I know that part. Dealing with, hold on. Let me see. Dealing with his theory, which confirmed Darwin's own unpublished work. Okay. Which is purporting the joint publication before Darwin released his comprehensive book on the origin of species. Though they reached the same conclusion independently, Darwin received more credit than the theory. Keep going. We keep reading that.
Okay, but hold on before we keep reading it.
No, they ain't published. No. What's the name of the book they published? Though? I'm asking you, what's the name of the book they published? No, what's the name of the book they published together?
It's not a book. They just published. What's
the name of it?
They wrote a paper together. I can pull it up for you.
Oh, they wrote. No, we're talking about the.
Okay, so that's the first time. I want y'all to hear that I offered to pull up the paper for him multiple times. So that's the first time I offered to pull up the paper for him, and he said no. So as y'all saying, Enqi don't want to pull up. I just want to make this sure we got all this on the record.
What's the name of the book they published? I'm asking you, what's the name of the book they published? No, what's the name of the book they published together?
It's not a book. They just published. What's
the name of it?
They wrote a paper together. I can pull it up for you.
Oh, they wrote. No, we're talking about the name of it.
They wrote a paper together. I can pull it up for you. It's published. What's
the name of it?
They wrote a paper together. I can pull it up for you.
Oh, they wrote. No, we're talking about the theory. We talking about the scientific theory of evolution. You're saying that they published some work together. That's different than the theory of evolution. Come on, man. See, you playing that game.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
He thought Wallace wasn't before Darwin, dog. He wasn't.
I didn't say he was.
Oh, well, my man in the chat did. He wasn't, bro. You gotta look up.
I said they were contemporaries, and I said that we got two fathers now. Like we got because you said that Darwin was the father.
Yeah.
So what I'm showing you is that Darwin was not the father. That's what I'm showing you. I'm showing you that he had a contemporary that at the bare minimum came up with the same idea on his own, right? And they came together, shared their material, and they put it together and came with the idea of natural selection. They put that together. So they was, two fathers on that one. So I'm just saying, so that's what I'm saying there. And so we disagreed. And so I just put in a little Google search, and that's what Google. Now you trying to you asking Google for a source right now. You like
I'm not asking Google for a source right now.
But so now with Lamarck,
you got that wrong though, bro.
All right, I guess if you say, listen,
I just want to make this clear. You're saying that they published their papers together. That's not what we was talking about. You saying that they published the theory of evolution together, and I said no. And then I also said, right, that Charles Darwin came out with his theory of evolution in 1930.
I'm sorry for the people in the back. What did you say, Unc? What you said, Unc?
About you saying that they published the theory of evolution together, and I said no. And then I also said, right, that Charles Darwin came out with his theory of evolution in 1930, right? And he didn't want to publish. Came out with his theory of evolution in 1930. So said, right, that Charles Darwin came out with his theory of evolution in 1930, right? And he didn't want to publish his work because he was ashamed of his family and all that. Not Lamarck, but Wallace came out with his thing in 1950. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Then Darwin did read his work. Hold on, Darwin did read it, but they came up with this independently. Okay. So when Darwin read his work, he was like, yeah, okay, damn, okay. He said, so he made sure he published his work first. That's all.
That's not the truth, though.
Okay.
How is it not the truth?
Is that somebody right there saying, how is it not the truth?
My bad, Enqi, because I'm reading where it said they did do that. But I'm sorry.
Hold on. Let me clarify, because you might just be adding ad-libs. Ankh is saying that Darwin put his material out in 1830, and that Wallace put his material out in 1850.
Yeah.
Because Darwin wanted to get his material out there first. That's what Ankh is saying.
I get you.
And you're saying, how is that not true?
No.
Wait. Hold on.
Yo, y'all got to turn on cameras, man. All this hiding stuff. You can't be doing all that. Come on, man. Turn on cameras.
Talk about Jesus,
Okay, so Enqi,
you
can I?
some of that shit on
Wait,
your
hold on. I'm not finished. I just want to ask the brother why did he sound like he was confused?
That's me.
Okay, so you said,
and I made a mistake. If that's what you're saying, I'm not saying that to that. I'm saying that I asked ChatGPT, did Wallace and Darwin co-write the theory of natural selection together? Because that was the problem. Both of y'all.
No. Hold on. You ahead. You gotta walk this down.
Yeah.
So what Ankh is saying very specifically, because see what happens is when we love somebody and we have a hero or somebody that we care about, we tend to try to put words in their mouth to hold them up. We want to prop them up. And so what Ankh is saying is that Darwin released his material in 1830 because he wanted to beat Wallace from releasing his material, and Wallace released his material in 1850.
No, I didn't get that. I didn't get him saying that.
Hold on. I'm definitely going to rewind it so that you can hear him. I'm going to rewind it so you can clearly hear him saying that over and over again.
Hey,
and then
before you even do that, before you do it, right? Hold up, before you even do it, this is why I was making the point before you came on that it's important to know that he was 16 in 1825 when the brother Edmonston was teaching him about taxonomy. So if we go to 1835, he's only 25 years old. So I'm not sure that he would have published anything at 25. It's possible, but that's a pretty young age for back then.
I'm sorry, 18.
Right, but you're not. Hold on, but you're not. Hold on. The problem I have with you, Asar, is that you're not really trying to say that with your chest. I need you to say that with your chest. I need you to say it with your chest. The grown man voice.
I said I ain't got no dog in the fight. I'm just watching y'all.
No. See, because earlier when you was like, yeah, Enqi, what's the Lamarck? You were saying all that with your chest. Now I need you to say with some conviction that you do not believe that Darwin released no material in 1830.
I don't know because he may have, but I don't know. So when I say that, understand this part that me and Ankh had a discussion on divergent and convergent evolution, and I disagree with Darwin's theory. So don't feel like Tupac, the world ain't against you. I'm just saying, in general, this is the deal. This is why I'm interested in your discussion to hear what y'all got. You feel me?
No, but listen. But in this scenario, we have to be very clear because what we have is spin doctors.
Yeah.
And so Jabari is very good at spinning a narrative because he knows that as he plays the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, he got DJ Jazzy Jeff over here that's going to co-sign anything that he's throwing into the air and add some ad-libs to it to make it seem like it's real. So that's why I'm saying I got to get you with some conviction. You know what I'm saying? So let's listen to this audio so we can continue with this. Definitely is doubling down, saying that they never released the paper together. They did not co-author the paper on natural selection. That Darwin got his material out there first in 1830, and that Wallace got his out there in 1850. And what I'm saying is, it's incorrect to say that Darwin got his material out there in 1830 because he did not. It is incorrect to say that Wallace got his material out there in 1850 because he did not. It is incorrect to say that Darwin was in competition with Wallace, so he wanted to get his paper out there first because he was not. They put their papers together and presented the material to the Linnaeus Society as one, as a team. They co-authored the original paper together.
But
and so
you're reading that wrong.
Hold on. You got to relax, and we got to see with the facts. We got to let it play out and see what the facts say.
Can I read a paragraph?
Hold on. Sir, you got to.
I got it right here, and you won't let me read it.
You got to relax, brother.
All right.
You got to relax. If you got it right there on your computer screen, Is your computer screen getting ready to power down in the next 5 minutes? Is it going to delete out of the system? Yeah, because I believe if you got it there on your screen, it'll be there in 10 minutes. It'll be there in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, so Sa, go ahead and get the video back up there so we can continue this spirit cooking of Ankh. It's not a book. They just published. What's
the name of it?
They wrote a paper together. I can pull it up for you.
Oh, they wrote. No, we talking about the theory. We talking about the scientific theory of evolution. You're saying that they published some work together. That's different than the theory of evolution. Come on, man. See, you playing that game.
Hold on. Why? Just want to make sure we're on the same page. I'm saying that Wallace and Darwin published the theory of evolution by natural selection together. Ankh is saying that they did not. So on a quick yes or no, I can't see your name. Oh, Rakupu. Are you saying, without going into a long diatribe and pulling up your screen, are you saying that you agree with Ankh that they did not publish a paper together, or are you saying you agree with me that they did publish a paper together? Very specifically.
I'm specifically saying I agree with Ankh that they did not publish together.
Okay, great. So wait. So let's stop right there and let's allow the material to continue. Now that we got you on the record as well.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Wallace wasn't before Darwin, dog. He wasn't.
I didn't say he was.
Oh, but Ethan, my man in the chat did. He wasn't, bro. You gotta look it up.
I said they were contemporaries, and I said that we got two fathers now. Like we got because you said that Darwin was the father. Yeah, so what I'm showing you is that Darwin was not the father. That's what I'm showing you. I'm showing you that he had a contemporary that at the bare minimum came up with the same idea on his own, right? And they came together, shared their material, and they put it together and came with the idea of natural selection. They put that together. So they was, two fathers on that one. So I'm just saying, so that's what I'm saying there. And so we disagreed. And so I just put in a little Google search, and that's what Google. Now you trying to you asking Google for a source right now. You
I'm not asking Google for a source right now.
But so now with Lamarck,
you got it wrong though, bro.
All right, I guess if you say, listen,
I just want to make this clear. You're saying that they published a paper together. That's not what we was talking about. You saying that they published the theory of evolution together, and I said no. But then I also said, right, that Charles Darwin came out with his theory of evolution in 1930, right? And he didn't want to publish his work because he was ashamed of his family and all that. Not Lamarck, but Wallace came out with his thing in 1950. That's what I'm trying to tell you. No, then Darwin did read his work. Hold on, Darwin did read it, but they came up with this independently. Okay. So when Darwin read his work, he was like, yeah, okay, damn, okay. He said, so he wanted to, so he made sure he published his work first. That's all.
That's not the truth, though. Huh?
Okay, all right. Well, I'm saying it is.
I got you, and I ain't mad with you. I'm just saying.
How does that affect the source that we wait for?
I'm just saying, wait. Well, look, hold on. I'm just saying. Now, we both have two separate ideas about it, but in this conversation, I'm the only one who has provided a source. I just Googled it, and the Google agrees with me.
No, on what? Hold on, keep reading it. Scroll up a little bit so we can see the rest. Darwin's book. And
hold on, look. We started right here.
No, we read it already.
Right, and then I went and scrolled up to the next part.
All right, what does the next part say? Where you at?
I'm right here.
We got the Wallace letter. He sent, so we know that. We agreed on that.
Yeah, joint presentation. Darwin, surprised by the similarity of Wallace's ideas to his own, collaborated with Wallace on a joint presentation of their theories.
With S. Keep going.
Right.
Keep going. Linnaean Society. Go ahead.
The Theory of Evolution by Natural Selection was read as a paper by the Linnaean Society of London on July 1st, 1858, and published later that year.
Okay, keep going.
Okay, but are you accepting the facts yet?
They published a paper. That's a fact. Hold on. Don't get the paper mixed up with the book on the origin of the species, which is the foundation of evolutionary biology. Don't get that confused. Don't. So like if me and Dr. May published a paper together, right? Because we had, and I come up with a theory. Some of the things we talk about in the paper that still does not go to her. So I got to keep this clear. So keep going though. Move on.
Hold on. Let me just recap what's happening so far though, because it might be a little different than you putting it together.
Okay, let's see if you put it together right.
Okay, so Wallace and Darwin come up with these ideas
independently of each other.
Right?
Correct.
I'm not saying Darwin got any ideas from Wallace or Wallace got any ideas from Darwin just yet. Mm-hmm. They did their thing separately, whatever. They came up with what they came up with. Mm-hmm. Wallace heard about Darwin, sent them the kite, So they, Darwin went through, his findings and all that and was like, yo, I'm on the same frequency.
Yep.
Let's link up. And they put the paper together. They combined their theories.
I don't know about, no, don't say that right there. You say they co-authored the paper. That's
Well, what?
That's different, man. I don't know what the paper. I have read the paper. We're gonna look at the paper.
Okay, so hold on. Let's just be realistic though. You can only either be in agreement with a person or you could be debating a person. They're not gonna put a paper together if they're not sharing material. What are they? Come on now, what are they doing, brother?
No, if you're right, we can write a paper, right? And I expound on some ideas, and that person expound on some ideas, and those ideas work together.
Correct. That's what they.
We had the exact same idea. It doesn't mean that.
But I'm not saying that. I'm saying that they came together with their material and formed the theory of evolution by natural selection. They came together and put that together. Darwin had a piece. Wallace had a piece. They came together with their information and put that together.
No, you messed that up.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
No. We just read up. Come on, let's keep reading. I don't know why you're trying to hide that. I feel like you're trying to hide that.
I'm not trying to hide it. I just want to get some agreement before we keep. Now watch again right here. This is another time when I offer Ankh to click the actual links so we could pull up the actual paper, and Ankh turns me down. Keep adding more ideas to the
I want to know about the publication. Come on, Enqi, you playing.
Oh, well, the publication.
Go ahead, stop right here. Nah, keep quiet. No, read up.
Hold on, let me see right here.
No, man, don't see you playing. Oh, wow.
Look very closely on your screen. That's my mouse. You're going to see my mouse go on to the link and click the link, and then I try to scroll my screen over here so I could pull up the paper. Ankh gets mad and tells me not to do that. Continue to scroll down.
No, read up.
Hold on, let me see right here.
No, man, don't see you playing. Oh, wow.
Boy, you don't want me to find the material?
No, I want you to get you the paper right there. Stop. Darwin's book and Wallace's recognition. Darwin's origin. It said the joint publication was a precursor to Darwin's own detailed work on the origin of species, which he published the following year. Credit and influence. While both men developed the core concept of natural selection, Darwin has historically received more widespread recognition, developed the core concept of species, which he published the following year. The Darwin's own definition. Darwin's origin. It said the joint publication, Darwin's book and Wallace's recognition. Darwin's origin. It said the joint publication was.
It says the joint publication. The joint publication. So let's just make sure we're clear on that. Ankh has said at least 10 times in a row that they did not publish a paper together, that Darwin was trying to get his out first. And right here we have Ankh reading the joint publication.
Darwin's book and Wallace's recognition. Darwin's origin. It said the joint publication was a precursor to Darwin's own detailed work on the origin of species.
It said the joint publication was a precursor to the book.
Joint publication was a precursor to Darwin's own detailed work on the origin of species, which he published the following year.
So Darwin did not put out his own book until a year after they put out their joint paper together, which we all can look up that the book came out in 1859, which means the paper came out a year before the book in 1858. So anybody saying that Darwin put out any material in 1830 is losing their mind.
Fact.
And if you're doubling down and tripling down on it, like Jabari, you're losing your credibility.
Credit and influence. While both men developed the core concept, which he published the following.
It's going to continue to say that both men together developed the core concepts of natural selection. So it just gets further and further ugly for Jabari and Ankh. But let's keep this going.
Darwin's book and Wallace's recognition. Darwin's origin. It said the joint publication was a precursor to Darwin's own detailed work on the origin of species, which he published the following year. Credit and influence. While both men developed the core concept of natural selection, Darwin has historically received more widespread recognition for his theory. Okay, Wallace's gratitude. However, consistently expressed gratitude for being acknowledged for his significant contribution alongside Darwin. All right, so right here, Darwin's origin. Say the joint publication was a precursor to Darwin's own.
Now, let me go over here and do this. I see you, champ.
All right. I texted you too.
All right, hold on. Let me finish messing these guys up on the live stream over here. They going crazy. I gotta get them. All right, boom. Let me put this. Pull this up.
Dr. Enqi, you gonna let me respond though, right?
So, okay, I just for the record though, this is Jabari and Ankh situation, and I got you, and you coming up the top rope as well. I got you. You coming up the top rope. Okay, you're coming up the top rope. Let's just go here, really quick, right? Let's just go here really quick. Bam. We should all be able to see this right here, right? Darwin and Wallace jointly published their theory on natural selection in a paper presented to the Linnean Society of London in 1858. Darwin then published his own groundbreaking book on the origin of species in 1859. The 1858 joint publication. In 1858, Darwin and Wallace had independently developed their theory of evolution by natural selection. Wallace sent his paper titled On the Tendency of Varieties to Depart Indefinitely from the Original Type to Darwin. A joint paper which included extracts from Darwin's work and Wallace's essay was read out loud at the Linnean Society in July 1858. Prompted by Wallace's submission, Darwin published his own extensive work on the origin of species in November of 1859. This book provided a comprehensive and detailed account of his theory of natural selection and was met with immense public interest. So, before we go anywhere, we need sa.neter to go ahead and hit his camera. We need sa.neter to cam up. Today. Yeah, we need sa.neter to cam up. Now, sa.neter, can you admit to the people that Jabari and Ankh was absolutely incorrect because Charles Darwin did not publish any material in 1830?
I got to give it to you on this one, Enqi. As of watching your show, I think you got Ankh. I think you got him. I think you got him. And he might not, he might fall back out of the debate, but I think you got him. Yeah, you might have him, man.
No, listen, if Ankh fall out of the debate, let Jabari fall into the debate.
You don't want that. You don't want that.
Listen, I do. I told you they could team up. Listen, Top, respectfully, it doesn't matter how eloquently you speak.
The reason I'm saying you got Ankh,
yes,
is because you showing the sources now. You're showing it, man. You're going in, and that's what this is about, man.
But this is what I show.
You might get him to back up out the debate. He might come up with an excuse, but I think you got him on. You got him on the run now. You got Ankh on the run.
Listen, but you got to admit it's not just Ankh, because Jabari said he's co-signing everything Ankh's saying.
Yeah, so that means you got Jabari too. To keep it a buck. Yeah. Hell yeah, you got both of them.
Yeah.
You got both of them.
Now, Enqi, can I get my question?
Go ahead, get it.
So here you go. And I don't want to say I was saying, because you asked me, did I back? No, I don't. But I need to land my plane before you cut me. So when you was about to go over to that article, that would have proved your point. He kept stopping you from going to that article, right? But the point that I'm saying is when it says, okay, I asked Chat this. Did Wallace and Darwin co-write the theory of natural selection together? It says no, but they shared both of their opinions. So we need to see what of their opinions was the final statement. Then I can say they both did it together, because now that means he may have said, yeah, I agree with you on that one. I agree with you on that. Take mine out here, take yours out. And this is the final on natural selection, and we're both co-writing.
Listen, I put in the chat at least 10 to 20 times just now the article that Charles Darwin and Wallace wrote together. So not only can you pull it up, but everybody in the chat can pull it up and have a ball with it. Because when they pull it up,
that's it.
When they pull it up, you're going to see that it wasn't 1830, it was 1858. It was the first paper that Charles Darwin published on it. And like it says, like we just read, they put their material together. When they published that paper, Some of the pieces are Darwin's pieces. Some of the pieces are Wallace's pieces.
That's it, then.
So they put that paper together and they presented that to the Linnaeus Society.
That's it.
After that, well, I ain't even going. I'm gonna just say after that, Darwin based his book Origin of Species on that paper.
That's
now
it.
I could continue to go even further, but I gotta keep the rest in the chamber for the actual debate because they got some other fundamentally wrong issues with this whole concept. But we could see here, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that there was no publishing from Darwin in 1830.
Facts.
There was no competition between Darwin and Wallace where Darwin said, "Oh yeah, I see your paper, Wallace, and I'm gonna try to get mine out first, so I'm gonna publish." like none of that happened.
I'm reading right. Independent discoveries. Darwin had been developing of natural selection since the late 1830s, but delayed publishing while gathering his evidence. He never published. Wallace independently arrived at the same concept in 1858 while working in the Malay archipelago. So now, like you just said, that's why I say the paper is the key vital point. Because once we see the paper and we see where Darwin said, well, this gene turns this way, and then we see where Wallace said, well, this gene turns that way. Well, I'm wrong here, you're wrong there, but I'm right here, you're right. And then they co-bind it. No one can say that it didn't come from both the natural selection ultimate paper.
And look, let me tell you, that's why I put the paper in the chat over and over, and so that everybody can look it up. Everybody can now see it. And let me just preface, though, there will be no talk of genes anywhere in that paper because genes were not discovered in the lifetime of Darwin. So any talk of genes has nothing to do with Darwin, even though they may try to twist the conversation, like Unc keep trying to mention viruses and all that. But you cannot bring viruses in because viruses wasn't discovered in Charles Darwin's lifetime. So you can't attribute that to Darwin unless, and this is where I bring in the social Darwinism conversation, because when you bring up social Darwinism, Jabari says, "Oh, well, that wasn't in Darwin's lifetime. Somebody else made that up. That happened after Darwin's lifetime, so you can't attribute that to Darwin." I'm saying, great, because that now nullifies all of your arguments that you would be presenting with genes and chromosomes and viruses, because genes, chromosomes, and viruses were discovered by other people after Darwin's lifetime. So just using Jabari's own logic to hang him by his own petard, as he said so eloquently, all his arguments have been neutralized in advance. So that's why I'm telling Saad, team them up so that they can be more confident. Let them share research as we move forward, because it's a grand opening, grand closing. This is why
you got to make sure this is what makes your argument rock solid, can't be disputed. Once you show when they both came together, it was no natural selection theory. When they finished, one side had a few points, some had some wrong things, the other one had some wrong things. They threw all that out and they co-wrote this thing. If once you can show those that happened, it's done.
Listen, I already showed it and put the paper in the chat 20 times so people could get it. So listen, this is what I'm saying, because people in the chat that's with Ankh and Jabari, whatever, they got their fans, and Jabari got a large following. They just trying to find some kind of way to wiggle out of this. So they like, yeah, ask Enqi if he read the whole book, because Jabari said he read the whole book. Why is it that we're asking the only person in the conversation familiar with the material if he read the book? Clearly, if nobody else has read the material, it is me. Yeah. Because everyone else, they don't have the correct authors on the material. They don't have the correct release dates on the material. They don't even know what's in the material. So clearly, I am the only person that knows what's in the material.
So, Enqi, let me ask this. Can you give us, the layman, those over here trying to hear like specific things, a straight statement that Darwin said, a straight statement that Wallace said, independent of each other, that they both agreed upon?
I can't help them. I can't help it. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. Listen, wait. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I had no intention of even sharing that article.
Okay. Oh, wow.
I had no intention of even sharing that article. I was going to wait until the debate to share that article because this is me helping them. Because now that I shared the article, Jabari and Ankh get to read the article and pretend like they knew what was in the article. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't know about the article. They didn't even know the article existed. So even if they try to pretend later like they knew what was in the article, we already got hours and hours of video of them denying the existence of this article. So the fact that I produced the article is already a grand opening, grand closing, because remember, they said this article didn't exist. Jabari said, I can't even produce any articles. Ankh said, and then Jabari doubled down and said, I would love to see Enqi produce something on Pangenesis in Charles Darwin's own writing. And then when I put up the video of the book and the chapter, and this is the reason why I'm saying the guys don't know the material, because he asking me for a page number. It's not a page number. It's a whole entire chapter in the book dedicated to Pangenesis. Because the theory of Pangenesis was created. I ain't even gonna go into the rest, but we see already Jabari doubled and tripled down and said that Ankh said whatever, and he was backing it. And we see every single part of what Ankh said was foolishness. And since Jabari co-signed it, every single part of what Jabari's saying is obviously foolishness. What they're trying to do is read modern articles on modern biology and somehow retroact that to Charles Darwin's theory of evolution, which has nothing to do with each other. They're going to die on that mountain if that's what they're making their case with later on in the future for the debate.
Okay, Enqi, let me ask you, as you see my name on there, and I have a problem with it too. You see how I phonetically spelled it out? You know how you would spell phone instead of with an FPH?
Wait, and you got this comment on there, so I can't see it right now.
Oh, it says Ra-Ku-Fu, but I spelled it PH.
Yes.
Oh, you can tell how I did that. Okay, like Khufu, the builder of the pyramid, and Ra, the Kemetic god. Ra-Ku-Fu. Okay.
It had the when I read it, it had another comment was on the screen, and it was too far at the bottom, so I couldn't see the whole thing. Okay, yeah. I see you, Ra-Ku-Fu. You got the on the Ra. You know what I'm saying? The Ra. You know what I'm saying?
Spiritual system or the respiratory system. You seen the movie Stargate, right?
Come on now.
Yeah. So you remember when Jay Davidson?
Listen. You trying to ask me if I know the release date on the paper? Everybody that loves comedic, even comedic enthusiasts, you're not official unless you seen that movie. Even though we know most of that is fiction, you know what I'm saying? But still, but I love of the game. That's one of the joints.
Enqi, I like the way Jay Davis, who played Pharaoh, the electrical currents in his eyes in the sun was the respiratory or Ra's spiritual system.
No, there was a lot. It was a lot of things that they put in there, including. I like the beginning because the beginning was based on the Rothschilds founding the study of biosemiotics. So when you see them, when they in them little groups and they looking at the letters and they coming up with this info from studying the glyphs, and they like, wait a minute, this is saying this and this and this and this is the science. Yeah. That whole little breakdown, none of that had to do with, this letter means B, this letter means A. This letter means T. So this says back. Like
they had Polite as one as his face on the picture of dude.
I'm done. It was on the side. I'm done. I can't talk to you. You went crazy. Polite had nothing to do with Stargate.
They put Polite's face on that Dr. Daniel's face when he was interpreting the Stargate. It was a skit somebody did on the show. But go ahead.
No comment. Right. Listen, we have just moved the monumental mountain. We have got Sa to admit that Jabari and Ankh was wrong. We provided solid information with references that not only is Ankh and Jabari wrong, but when it comes to Charles Darwin's theory of evolution, they are at the novice beginner level because they didn't know when the material came out, nor did they know the authors, nor did they even know about the existence of the original paper that was released before the book came out on the origin of species. And so this is why in the first video, I'm just sitting back like a Cheshire cat. Like I'm just sitting back, relaxing, because when they keep talking about the origin of species, I realized early on that Jabari didn't understand it was a body of work. I realized early on that he didn't understand that it was papers, letters, and multiple books. So I allowed him to continue to build his case on the one book so that later on, when I start popping out other material, it could demonstrate that he didn't eat, like I said, novice when it comes to the story.
Hey, all right, I'm out of here. Peace to the family. You got Aunt calling me right now. I want to hear his comments. I'm out.
Oh man, I'm calling everybody. I'm calling everybody. Like I can't believe you let Enqi flim flam skim scam you. You know he can. Sa, it's been a pleasure. I really am proud of you, brother, that you was able to go ahead and just say, listen, Ankh and Jabari got debunked. I really appreciate that from you, brother. I really do.
Peace to you.
Sa, hold on, due diligence. I want to get this.
Yeah, you got him on that one with the information you showed and proof.
Thank you. I really.
Yeah, you got him.
All right, what due diligence trying to do? Are we closing out? What we doing, Sa?
Due diligence. What you got, a question or what?
If Enqi will allow me, or if you will allow me, I just want to tell him. Yeah, I just wanted to see if he'll allow me to let him.
Turn on your camera.
I'm driving, Sa. I'm driving.
It's all right. You can drive and turn on your camera. We need to see who we talking to.
All right, bet. So I just wanted to say that if you allow me, I want to just tell you where I agree with you at and where I disagree with you at, if that's cool.
With who, me or Enqi?
With Dr. Enqi.
Okay.
So I thought the crux of the argument was, does Pangenesis debunk the theory of evolution? Right?
No,
I thought.
Let me stop you. That's a side quest. That's not what happened. What I told him was that Pangenesis was the scientific portion of the theory of evolution, and that Pangenesis was debunked, and Charles Darwin's theory thus has been debunked. But I didn't say that Pangenesis in and of itself debunked the theory or Charles Darwin's greater theory of evolution. What I said was the debunking of the theory of Pangenesis by his cousin Francis Galton put a hole in Charles Darwin's theory of evolution. That's what I said. So what he did was try to create a side mission by saying, oh, Enqi saying Pangenesis debunks Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin created Pangenesis to hold up his theory of evolution as it was crumbling. So no, I wouldn't say that. Go ahead, brother.
Right, and I wouldn't split hairs with you on that, because you would say that Pangenesis is the scientific part of his theory. I would say that was the theory part of his theory, right? Because there was no science to go with that, right? And the other parts of his theory, he did have some observational science, and he did do a little bit of experiments. But I agree with you that Darwin was absolutely wrong about Pangenesis. And what I always get on to ask about is that he promotes Darwin, but he says nothing about Darwin being a white supremacist also. Darwin is also a white supremacist. And the last thing I would want to say is just that just because Pangenesis, part of the theory of evolution is wrong, doesn't necessarily debunk the theory of evolution, because like you said, the theory of evolution is a corpus of different ideas, right? You got adaptation.
Let me stop you right here. Listen, let me stop you. I totally agree with that, and I've been saying that from the beginning. That's why I keep saying that these guys have the theory of evolution confused with Charles Darwin's theory of evolution.
Agreed.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
No, you did say that, and I do agree with you. They don't make that distinction. They did, and you made that distinction, and you was clear about that. And so I'm gonna get up out of here because we agree with the most part. And I just want to say what you say to you, Enqi. I respect that you do like independent stuff, right? I respect that you try to originate information, right? You come up with your own thing, right? So that's one thing, even though I don't agree with you with everything, but I respect the fact that you try to be a trailblazer, right? And bring things into fruition. So I respect you for that. Peace out, and I appreciate you for letting me up.
Now, Sai, you know, I wanted to get at because
close. Nah, you don't need to do that no more because you're gonna mess around and make him run now.
Okay.
His ass run now, bro.
All right, I got you.
All right, close us out, man. Peace to you, brother.
Everybody, it's been a long week. Yeah, but listen, you see, the Adjustment Bureau is still in business making Negroes adjust.
Hey, yo, you know who you remind me of when you laugh, man?
Who?
Mace. Mace and Cameron are the funniest motherfuckers I know. when them two get it in, and they start making jokes on people, they the funniest dudes. Just by they laugh makes me laugh, man. By them two laughing.
Listen, man, this it's Harlem energy. You know what I'm saying? I was raised in Harlem in the Bronx. So
but I know who you stole a lot of your information from, though. This guy right here.
Will you cut it out, Sal?
That guy right there.
Sal, now,
indigenous black.
Now, wait a minute. Now, see, get on the screen here. What are you doing, Sal? Get on the screen. Indigenous
black man.
Sal,
everybody steals his shit. Everybody.
Sal. You just cannot, like, it's like you got like a virus.
But even Jabari though, see, not only you.
Listen, hold on.
Look, you taking this shit. A lot of people use his talking points. Not only you.
Sa, you got to stop this. Listen to me. What are you doing, Sa? You have a gene in you, like a virus that's infected you. You cannot be good for a long period of time.
Here you go right here.
Look, being good causes you to wig out. Now, let me ask you a question.
What's up, Indigenous?
Hold on. Wait a minute. What are you doing? What's up, Indigenous? Sa, hold on, brother. We got to... Sa, you got the... What are you doing? Sa, you're all over the place, brother. Now, Sa, you got to stop this madness, brother. You got to relax. He got to speak after me. This is crazy.
Right.
Okay, Sa. Hello, Sa. No, stop that. Hang that up. What are you doing? Sa, hello. Sa, hang that up, brother. What are you doing?
Hold up. He crying. He crying. He don't want to hear you, Indigenous.
Correct. If that's what you call it. Listen, Sa. Now, let me ask you a question, Sa. Hold on, Sa. Now, how dare you fix your lips to say I'm stealing his points? When is the very first time that you personally ever heard this man speak?
Right now.
No. When is the first time that you heard this guy make any speaking points? Come on, Sa. Since you said that we all stealing his speaking points, stop putting the phone up. I'm asking you a question, sir. When is the first time you heard indigenous black man or seen indigenous black man type anything, write anything, read anything, say anything? When is the very first time that you knew indigenous black man was alive on
Talk to indigenous, man. Talk to him, Enqi.
I'm talking to you, brother. I don't even know him but from 4 days ago. Sa.
You do need to know it because this is where Darwin and all of them are getting their ideologies from.
You gotta
Enqi,
stop.
you about to learn something.
Stop. You gotta stop.
All right, hey, yo,
you like to get a rise out of me, Sa.
Let me go, Indigenous. Let me go, man. He crying. Let me go.
No, because I want you to be honest. When is the first time that you knew this man existed? Forget about even hearing him speak. When is the first time that you even knew he was alive?
I knew indigenous for a minute. He been
when you say for a minute, put a time on it. 6 months, 1 year, 12 months.
I would go over, I would say a year.
Okay, a year. Now, do you see how ridiculous you sound, Sa? Me and Unc been having this conversation since we was on Blog Talk Radio.
So why you scared to ask him a question? Let him ask you a question.
Wait a minute. What?
Because let him ask you a question.
No. Because see, you have already created a narrative that me and Jabari has been stealing his comments when I didn't even know he existed.
Everybody steals from indigenous black man. Everybody.
Ain't nobody even knew indigenous black man existed, but as far as I'm concerned, for a few days ago. That's number one. Number two, me and Unc have been having this conversation for the better part of 20 years. So I believe that, if anything, indigenous black man created his arguments while watching me and Unc online.
All right, I'll tell you what, Enqi, let's give him 1 minute. Let's give him 1 minute.
No.
Come on, man. Come on, bro. You getting ready to go out anyway.
No.
Come on.
Let him do his own video. See, Sa, this is the problem with your platform.
I did it 3 months ago. I did it 3 months ago.
Let me explain this to you, brother. This is where the problem came in. You got to show your speakers.
I'm out. Peace, man. I'm out, man.
You got to show your speakers respect over these guys that jumping off the top rope. No, you not. When you say that this guy that you didn't even know existed.
No, he don't get it. Enqi don't get it. Look, Enqi, look. Enqi don't get it.
Nah, I don't get it.
Yeah. He don't get it. He don't get it. He just cry all the goddamn time.
That's right.
That's all I'm saying. He just cry all the time, man.
That's right. Because you ain't saying I'm the Terrence Crawford out here.
Well, you already know. You proved it today.
Okay.
You proved it today.
I'm sorry then. Now I'm sorry. Now I can apologize for crying. Okay.
You proved it today to be the bud, man.
All right. There we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Sa.
All right, peace. We out, man. We out. All right, hey, Indigenous. All right. Now that I got him out of here, Indigenous, go in on Jabari, Ankh, and all of them. Let these people know how all of them be stealing your shit. Even to Zoriak, all of them. Come on, Indigenous, where you at? Now it's time to talk. Let me get you back on the phone so you can let all these dudes know that they be stealing your talking points, man. Come on, Indigenous. Yo, Indigenous, it's time for you to let the world know how Ankh, Jabari, Captain Tazoriak, Minister Enqi, all of them be stealing your talking points, man. Let them know.
Yes, sa.neter. I mean, I'm sorry that I came here so rough, but when people are lying to my people like that and sitting up here, making up stuff that they don't even understand, I can't take it no more. Especially when you're trying to regurgitate the stuff that I've already presented. I'll come up with stuff like, the Council of Jerusalem. Then I hear them coming right in behind me and regurgitating it. Those are the, religious people. And then I talk about scientists. I break it down for them and show them how it was justified through the Catholic Church through the papal bulls. And then Carl Linnaeus comes along and classifies us along with plants and animals. He starts the theory.
So
he's the one who says that we come. He said we come from monkeys.
So let the people know how Jabari be stealing your information too. Go ahead.
Oh, Jabari! I didn't say he stole it. I said he can't even. He decides on the information. Jabari said that the Hyksos had no form of writing. He didn't believe the Hyksos had any form of writing. He believed they were illiterate. All right, and on the Stele of Comos is telling you that he intercepted a letter coming from the Hyksos going to the Nubians. So if they didn't have no writing style or they was illiterate, how is Comos intercepting a letter from them going to the Hyksos? Jabari.
So you had to teach him that. All right, now let's go to Captain Tazoriak. Let them know how Captain as well. You be teaching all these guys on the down low.
Yeah, see, they be lying on the scriptures, only Israel's going to heaven. Well, if only Israel's going to heaven, then Abraham is the father of the Hebrews, ladies and gentlemen, and he comes from Ur. He's not an Israelite because Israel didn't exist until after Judah came. So Abraham's before Judah. Israel wasn't named Israel until Judah, according to the scripture. But you sit up here and lie on the scripture. Y'all can't even explain it like that. You see what I'm saying? Can't explain it like that. But it's just that easy.
See, you the silent killer. You the silent killer. They don't know. They don't know, man. I know.
I'm trying to tell you.
You get it in.
I know you do, son. That's why I appreciate you.
Enqi. Let Enqi know right now how he be trying to steal the comedic talking points of you too.
Oh, he tried to come in and steal my Darwin talking points. After I did my presentation, he came in and messed up the Piltdown man information.
I already know. He tried to do it.
He messed that all. He said, "Oh, they had a dog's jaw and a monkey's a monkey's tongue in it." I was like, "Man, come on, yo! The thing had a human skull."
He talking about he know how to do the opening of the mouth
monkey's jaw.
Yo, he's talking about he know how to do the opening of the way ceremony. He learned all that from you. Come on, man.
The opening, what do you mean the opening of the way?
Opening of the way for the ceremony, like, you know, like when the ancient Egyptians, when one passed away, you come and you do a service over that. You know, when you see it, you know it. They be stealing all your stuff, man.
Yeah. Well, see, you want me to show you how Enqi's wrong?
No, I don't want you to tell me how Enqi wrong. I don't want you to tell me that.
All right, well,
I want you.
Can I do a show?
Yeah, you can do a show when you're ready. I want you to expose these guys stealing your information, and they be watching you. Yeah. They was peeking in the chat when JJ had you over there. Come on, man.
Yeah, and see what they don't understand is when I say stuff like science don't speak in absolutes, and a new find tomorrow will change everything like naphtaliya, and then they go and start regurgitating right from me. They well, you didn't teach us that. Yes, I did. You regurgitating exactly word for word what I said. You know.
Yeah. Yo, when you want to come on and do a show, man?
Let's do it after Enqi show. Let's give him some grace.
Okay.
But I'm gonna embarrass Jabari, Enqi, and Ankh.
There you go.
Because
come on,
I don't know what they're talking about. And let me give you just one. Let me give you just one pearl, sa.neter, please, just one.
Go ahead.
All right. Now, didn't I? And I've already said this 3 months ago. Like I said, all of this I've said. And you know, as far as the origins of scientific racism, I started with Linnaeus. Then I went to Blumenbach. Then I went to Malthus. Because that's all on that population control and selective breeding. The fit and unfit breed. That type of talking points. All of that is just a lie, and the lie is only thing evolving. Humans are not evolving. The only thing is evolving is that lie that's being told that we come from monkeys or we come from a little pond. They don't even know about the little pond theory. Neftali told them about that. The little pond theory it was either Egypt or in the Middle East somewhere where they had that little pond theory way back in ancient times. So this is just the transgression of the lie from the Greeks, and they use the word like philosophy, and philosophy means love of Sophia. Philo means love. All of these are two Greek terms. They're Greek terms, and it's two Greek words. Binomial nomenclature. It's using two words to describe a species. Okay, so that's why you have like Homo erectus is two words, and this is stemming from the works of Carl Linnaeus, and then next Blumenbach, the man who created the race theory, the man who created taxonomy, who created craniometry. I'm sorry, Linnaeus created taxonomy. Blumenbach created craniometry. He created the term Caucasian. Okay, and then he split humanity up into 5 different groups, which he called races, and put the whites on top and the blacks on the bottom. third thing, which Enqi said Margaret Sanger created eugenics. But yeah, that was Galton. And then Margaret Sanger comes along and creates the birth control movement. She coined that term, birth control. With her.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. You're giving them too much. All right, man. Let me know when we're ready to do our show, and we got you. I got to get out of here, man. Peace and blessings. Thank you, brother.
Thank you. Peace and love to everybody in the chat.
Peace, everybody out there.
Your grass low and stop lying to my people. Love y'all.
Especially those who have contributed for today's show. I appreciate y'all for the donations in the Cash App. Peace and blessings to everybody who have contributed.